Today is Friday, February 17th. I received a word from the Lord today. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so I don't even have to tell you exactly who it's for. Once I start reading it back, you will understand completely. So first, he took me to Zechariah chapter 5 and to verse 3, which I recently read before, but he brought me here again. Verse 3, then he said to me, this is the curse that goes out over the face of the whole land. For everyone who steals shall be cleaned out according to what is on one side, and everyone who swears falsely shall be cleaned out according to what is on the other side. I will send it out, declares the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter the house of the thief, and the house of him who swears falsely by my name. And it shall remain in his house and consume it, both timber and stones. This is what the Lord said. Hear the word of the Lord. Anyone who speaks on my behalf words that I never said will suffer severe consequences. These people are ravenous wolves, puffed up by their own vain imaginations, the blind leading the blind, worthless shepherds who care nothing for the flock, children of the devil, fruitless trees, doubly dead at the root. You do not speak for me. I do not know you. Your own words condemn you. I will not allow this to continue. Every idle word is recorded in my book. I said in the last days, many false prophets would rise, proclaiming lies in my name. I have not sent them. However, there are people I have appointed to speak for me. They have been chosen for this task, for a time such as this. They do not speak by their own authority, but by mine. In my kingdom, the least will be the greatest. Humble yourselves. Do not think higher of yourselves than you ought to. You are not above reproach. Only a fool refuses to be corrected. Much wisdom can be found in the heart of a man who is teachable and open to correction. Then the Lord had me pull up Psalm 139, which he wants me to share with you. This is verses 23 to 24. It says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Then he went on to say, many of you should be checking the contents of your heart. Ask the Holy Spirit to expose any deceptive way in you, any place in your life where you are in error. My people perish for lack of knowledge, but knowledge is nothing without wisdom. You can't have one without the other. Wisdom is necessary for discernment. Pray for discernment so that you will not be double-minded, unstable in all your ways, tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine, and deceived by your own heart. Just because you know my word does not mean you know me. And then he brought me to Ecclesiastes for confirmation. Bear with me a minute. It's going to be Ecclesiastes starting at chapter 9 and verse 11. Again I saw that under the sun the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all. And then he brought me to verse 15. But there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no one remembered that poor man. But I say that wisdom is better than might, though the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of the wise heard in quiet are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools. This is verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Then he brought me into Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 3 to 4. Even when the fool walks on the road, he lacks sense. And he says to everyone that he is a fool. If the anger of the ruler rises against you, do not leave your place. For calmness will lay great offenses to rest. Then he brought me to verse 12. And it's going to be going from 12 straight through 15. And that's chapter 10, Ecclesiastes. The words of a wise man's mouth win him favor, but the lips of a fool consume him. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is evil madness. A fool multiplies words, though no man knows what is to be, and who can tell him what will be after him. The toil of a fool wearies him, for he does not know the way to the city.